Welcome back to MMA Al Dente. I'm here to talk about Ikram Aliskerov versus Warlley Alves. Aliskerov is 30 years old, 14-1 as a pro, and he's got 1 inch of height and 4 inches of reach over 32-year-old Alves, who is 14-6. Warlley Alves, he's only 32 years old, which I always think he's older than he is. He's got 10 finishes in his 14 wins. 4 by TKO, 6 by submission, and I'm guessing at least half of those are by guillotine, because he's got one hell of a guillotine on him. And he also won 4 via decision. He has 6 losses, 2 of them via knockout, 1 via submission, and 3 via decision. He's lost to Jeremiah Wells and James Krause by knockout. Those were both in round 2. Randy Brown is the only guy to submit him. That was also in round 2, triangle choke. And his decision losses come to some asshole I didn't write down, Brian Barberena, and Kamaru Usman. Nicholas Dalby beat him by decision, pretty sure. Yeah, Dalby beat him by decision. But Warlley Alves, he's a guy who his gas tank has given him some trouble throughout his career. You know, again, his 3 finish losses all come in round 2, even if he was beaten up in some of them. And his decision loss to Brian Barberena was a clear example of him fading, as well as his loss to Kamaru Usman, although Kamaru Usman's fucking amazing, so there's that. But Warlley Alves, he's still only 32 years old. He doesn't seem like the most unhealthy fighter in the world, and when he's not overwhelmed, he's a very dangerous guy. Again, he's got a guillotine from hell, and on the feet, everything he throws is with power. Some really heavy bombs he'll be throwing to kill, and I think he'll test the chin of Ikram Aliskerov. And the body. Got that beautiful body kick over Monir Lazez a year ago or so. 2 years ago, maybe. Ikram Aliskerov, he's 14-1. His 1 loss comes to Khamzat Chimaev. A clean uppercut, and it knocked Ikram out. It's forgivable in a lot of different ways, obviously, but it still did happen. His 14 wins include 5 by knockout, 5 by submission, and 4 by decision. His last win comes over Phil Hawes. He knocked him out, which, whatever. You know, he should have knocked him out. But before that, of course, he was getting lit up, which is exactly what happens at every Phil Hawes fight. That fight went exactly how I expected it to. But he's still more of a ground fighter, and a lot of his TKOs come on the ground. And his best weapon overall is his Kimura, which he's got a monster Kimura. A chunk of his submission wins are Kimuras. And if he can't go through you, he can, use it to advance position or create a problem for you in one way or another. He's kind of like that guy Esteban Ribovic. He's heavy on the Kimura. But Ikram Aliskerov is much more of a dominant grappler. And I think here in this fight, I don't know if he's going to want to go through Warlley Alves, or if he's going to be able to go through Warlley Alves and just dominate him and rip him to the mat, because Warlley is a solid physical beast, and he's a well-rounded guy, difficult guy to dominate and to wrangle early. But Ikram Aliskerov is a well-rounded guy. He throws some deceptively good power strikes, and I trust the health of him as a fighter, even more than I trust the health of Warlley Alves, certainly. I'm picking Ikram Aliskerov to win. Am I betting on him? No. If I was to bet on anything, it'd be by Warlley Alves winning the fight, because I think Warlley, he's looked bad in some of his losses, but every bit of his offense is still there for him, and he's still only 32 years old. So he's a dangerous guy who's got a tougher record because he's been in the UFC for some time, so it is what it is. And he's a fair matchup for Ikram Aliskerov. I have Ikram winning, but I definitely wouldn't have him at minus 435 if I was creating the odds. It'd be minus 2 something. So that's how I see this fight. In general, I'm staying away from it. But yeah, I'm picking Ikram Aliskerov to win. I think he would out-hustle Warlley Alves. I always had doubts about Warlley Alves, even though he surprised me by winning round 3 against Dalby, which I think I guaranteed he wouldn't. But I think Ikram is the in general, better fighter down the stretch, and I think he's a much more dangerous fighter altogether. Very versatile, and if he should find his way on top of Warlley Alves, I think he would go through him easily, more easily than Warlley would otherwise. And that could be with a submission, Kimura, or ground and pound, and really hurting him while he's on his back. Ikram is the pick. I'm hoping he, impresses here But again, I'm staying away from betting on him, and maybe I'll get drunk and bet on Warlley Alves. Like, share, subscribe, all that horse shit. Check out my other videos.